Hello, everyone. I think I've been demoted. I think Toulouse will take stream from here on out, and yeah, it was nice to know you. Hi. No, you don't want to host your own stream? I mean, I bet you could do it. Yes, you could. What is this? Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Happy Sunday. Oh gosh, I didn't turn off my music. As usual. As usual. Don't want to get cup striked. That would be sad. Not in summer, please. It's already summer. Hello, Wisdom and Timu and Evie. Hello. What are we saying? It is afternoon. Yes. Hello, Borky. I got distracted by cats and sunshine. I mean, the cats I understand. The sunshine, yeah, also kind of. I don't want to. I don't think you can see her anymore. But I don't want to chase her away. Oh wait, I'll try. I'll try. Are you gonna stay? That would be lovely. Yeah. Right. Chemist, hello, early gang. Yes, we're all. Well, I mean, we're early. We're early. We're on time. Spanking time? No, she just. I don't know. She just wants to join. I guess. Oh no, she wants water. I asked you just now. You'll have to wait a little bit. All right. I guess we'll just let the ads. Why? Why now? I asked you just now. You didn't want. All right. It's one of those days. Hello, Asta. I got the stream from the floor. No, I don't. I mean, I sit on the floor quite regularly, and I spend a lot of time on the floor when I'm doing yoga. But I don't want to be floor gang. I don't want to be floor gang. Thank you for the reset, Blue. Hi, how are you doing? Oh my God, 9 months. I didn't realize. Nice to see you. How are you doing? What is needed here is you know what, Wisdom? You know those people who like fly like fairies in pieces of cloth. That's kind of, I wish I could do that. I love that. It looks so floaty and stuff. I mean, naturally. The cats a minute sunshine. I was merely following their orders. Oh my God, Wisdom. I have been promised a very cloudy week. If it's not going to be cloudy, I'm going to be so upset. But I mean, it's the Netherlands. It's never what I wanted it to be. Yesterday, I think there was a chance of there was a warning for thunderstorms, but we had 3 drops or something. It was very disappointing. Hello, Zayo. How is everyone doing? How has your weekend been so far? Oh man, I didn't. I really thought I would finish The Sun and Its Shade, but aside from the fact that I'm just very tired. I'm very tired. Um, it's probably going to be a little bit like this for a few more weeks, if not months. But that book is killing me. I mean, Pele was bad, but for logical reasons, I could forgive him his folly of writing a book himself because I do believe he wrote it himself. This is just there's no excuse. There's no excuse, and I have to. This is the first time that reading has felt like work. I'm calling it work because it helps me with some trauma. But this is the first time that I feel like what is this? I've actually started editing. I found a few. Wait, let me take it because I am so upset. I'm so upset. This got published. She got paid for this. People got paid for this. There's editors and marketing teams and artists and just a whole load of people who got paid for this. I paid for this. I paid for their salary. Why? Because I'm doing their job. Hold on. Gonna be sunshine, especially for Cherry and where I am. We'll get in the rain. I'm sure. I'm sure. I've lived in a lot of towns and cities in the Netherlands as well as outside of the Netherlands. But um, every time something extreme happens with weather, I have just moved away. Within a year of me moving away, there's like a meter of snow, for example, or a storm that lasts for 3 hours. And I'm just looking at the news like, why, why is this happening to me? Why isn't this happening to me? It's been hard and heavy here yesterday, and on top of the rest of today. Today is a human hell trap because of it. Yeah, it's been so humid. It's not a lot of fun, is it? And I was looking at I'm getting obsessed again because it's been too hot and too bright, and the new migraine level is just not helpful. Um, so I was looking at the averages that for like rain and the temperature is about 10 degrees too hot on average. Uh, has been for most of the summertime so far. And usually July is supposed to be a lot of rain, but we haven't had any rain at all, I feel like. Three drops do not count, right? Also, Evie, thank you for liking my title because I genuinely I sat in front of it. Well, usually I come up with a title or something the evening before, but now like half an hour ago I was still like I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So this is it. But thank you for liking it. I've had 2 days of just bed rot and recovering Wednesday, but thankfully feeling so much better today. You did good, Evie. I know you did. Especially if you had to recover, because that means that you put a lot of effort into it. And that's okay. I generally also spend a lot of time lying down and not being able to do it. Not even because this was just a stupid book. I also just I'm not kidding. This book is actively putting me in a slump. I do not feel like picking something else up. I have a whole shelf. I think I have like 40 books in my private TBR library, but none of it because I need to finish this. I need to freaking finish this. Um, but it's not going very well. Let me see. Oh, I think it was that one. Did I put a? Because if I put a tab in every note, I swear the notes that I'm gonna that I'm writing that are going to be for the tier 1 Patreon members, it's gonna I could have written the whole book in the time that I'm spending on these freaking notes. Where is it? Where are my notes? Let me see which page it was. Oh yeah, I mean, like spelling mistakes, double sentences again. She's contradicting herself like in the same paragraph. Oh, and remember the consensual breath play that you get a warning about in the beginning? Content warning. This book contains consensual breath play. The first time something in that regard happens wasn't consensual. I don't know. Wait, let me look up that one. I am getting so cynical from this book as well. Like, actually, it takes so much effort to not hate on every other sentence at this point, because I'm so annoyed at. Well, I was okay with Knox, barely. What did she do? She did something stupid. I was like, oh my god, no, you're kidding. Why are you doing this? My notes are looking at this point I'm going on rants basically in my notes. Like, if I had peed when I needed to and not done the just one more page thing for the last 15 pages, I would have thrown the book out the window. But alas, that exertion would have emptied my bladder. Why? I hate it. I hate both of these women. And I'm trying. I'm actively trying to say maybe the next page will be better. Maybe the characters will grow. Maybe Piper herself will get the hint that this is the what is happening. But no. Where's the choking thing though? Also, just actual. I mean, I didn't push through to the page, but like I wanted to be like, because this sentence, I'm gonna read the sentence to you. It's the second sentence of the chapter. All right. Wait, let me get back to to chat. Okay, I'll read the first one as well, so you get a feel. Amaris had kicked many asses and settled many scores in her time. But this had to be among the most satisfying. Not only had been the pleasantly buzzed men been good sports about their thorough and humiliating defeat. What? Not only had been the pleasantly buzzed men been good sports. Not only had been the pleasantly buzzed men been good sports. I'm sorry, that's not right, is it? Am I stupid? Is my English failing? But I feel like there's a been too much in there. And in the first book, it was just rampant. There were sentences like this all over the freaking place. But it's now only just now starting. Like the next page or the next third page, I guess. There's the men were on edge as the knelt on hands. Seriously? Did anyone read this? Anyone? Did she read this after she was done writing? But I feel like. What is happening? I don't get it. Oh, Evie has been reading a guilty plea. Is this? Can I read it? I don't know what I'll do. I need to survive this book. A little palate cleanser would be something more serious. I mean, I'm gonna look for something. Do you have any suggestions? Because at this point, I'm so frustrated. I want to send them an invoice. Was it edited by university students who were high on mushrooms at the time? No, it wasn't edited at all. I wish it was, because then maybe it would make sense. But I'm learning so much though. If ever I have the guts to publish what I write, because I especially after reading this, I'm like, nah. What if I do the same? But first off, you need a good editor. Secondly, read your own work. I feel like these mistakes are so easy to catch, but then there's plot points that just don't make sense. And repeats of scenarios, but with different characters. The plot holes with the powers. Oh, page 309. What was that about consensual breastplate, Piper? Is my note. What is happening is that Amaris and Nox are in danger. Oh, it's actually on those pages. Of course it is. Oh, 9, not 2. They're in danger. His forearm pressed up in a way that forced her to her tiptoes. It was all she could do to stay on the ground, chin shoved upward, head against the trunk of the tree as she struggled for air. She wanted to nod, but struggled to find air. I thought it was consensual. Was it? When did he ask permission to do this? He didn't, because she hates him, still, a little bit, even though she has no reason. So this is a fight. I would rather listen to silence than read this at this point. Oh my God. And you know what? I have no hope. I really have no hope. Why am I reading this? So you don't have to. But I have to finish it. So I have arguments of why. And I have notes. I have proof. Third book. Oh, I'm not gonna survive. If you run a manuscript through a spell checker, the words are spelled correctly, but their meaning and order on the page might not make much sense. No one seems to actually edit manuscripts now. Thing is, Blue, there's something. Oh, what is it called? There is an actual. And they wanted me to pay for that right before I quit freelance transcription. there is a program that they wanted me to buy instead of we are forcing you, so we buy it for you. That does grammar and comprehension. I just don't know what it's called. Uh, but even with that, there's supposed to be a whole team, right? That looks at these things. What's happening? Something serious and well written, dark and dark. The Company by Robert Littell. Oh no. Are those fighter jets coming over again? Please stop. Oh, I need to save that. Oh, no, don't autocorrect. Stupid, stupid. Hello, I Nomad. Welcome. How are you doing? And thank you for the follow, Raw Material. Welcome, welcome. How are we doing? Nomad, I have no clue. The reason I'm reading this is because I got the first book for free and I was kind of intrigued by the storyline. This is not the kind of book that I would choose myself, but you know, trying to expand. Trying to expand. And also, I don't like smut at all. It's not my thing. Is it yours? Because if it is, it's fine. But I get very uncomfortable. Also, if I remember correctly, she promotes this as being queer, and I guess they're bi. But the couple that is supposed to be like the couple isn't together at all, and instead they're both having just kind of straight flirtation. I don't really get where the queer part comes in, and maybe that's me, but I feel like I mean, I have to finish the series. This is why I'm reading it. I picked up the first one kind of by mistake. It was free, but now I'm invested, and if I want to have an honest opinion about these books, I kind of have to finish the whole series, because what if she gets better? The problem is, I have a feeling that she just needs a writing class, and I don't mean that in a mean way, because like I said, the reason I continue the series is because it's the story has potential. Characters need a lot of work. They're basically the same person, but split into two. I feel like they're basically the same person, because they're having the same thoughts and the same spiel, and um wait, I lost my track of thought because I namaste. Okay, namaste. There is a thing in writing, and it's a skill you have to develop. It happens. It just happens that you show instead of tell. The difference is it was a very cold night, as opposed to she wrapped her coat a little bit tighter and rubbed her arms to try and generate some heat. Both tell the same, but one of them is a little bit more evolved, and it doesn't assume, the second one, it doesn't assume that you're an idiot. And I'm getting very angry at this point. She has to spell out everything. Everything. So I can only assume, and this is probably also why I'm getting a visceral, angry reaction at this point, because I was annoyed. Yeah, I was annoyed, but I'm getting angry because I can only assume that she thinks her readers are just stupid, utterly stupid, unable to remember anything, to connect dots, or and the thing is, the one thing that she should have repeated, which was whether Amaras and Nox are human or witchlings or fae, because I could not for the life of me remember, and 200 pages in, I still couldn't remember, and she oh my god, I don't agree. I don't agree with any of this. Ah, hello, Glooman. I don't agree with that either. Because hold on. Is it? Hold on. Where is this put? it? I'm not sure. How do I find what genre or where the books are? I mean, I could maybe, I could maybe look here. Catherine Arden has a comparable history when it comes to schooling. She studied Russian literature and folklore, and that translates into a trilogy that is so authentic that I kept forgetting that it wasn't a classic. I felt like I was reading something from the time of Tolstoy and Dostoevsky. So genuine, so much love and so much effort is put into that story, from the verbiage to actually researching how names are used as nicknames, because an example that I have in my head right now is with Anastasia. You don't shorten it to Anna, you shorten it to Nastia or Annie. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but it's not Anna, not at all. It's a completely different name. So that kind of examples. She brags about having studied folklore for this reason, to write books. Put them together next to each other, and this reads like a first draft. And I'm not the only one who says that. I really don't. It was because written for a third grade reading level, so no more the threes. I don't know where your friend gets their books, but I don't agree. This is really, really bad. It's really bad. Because even if you listen, Holes is for preteens, young teens. That is better written than this. The characters have actual voices. There's development. It's well thought out. The world is actually it fits into each other. I feel like she's kind of power tripping on what she thinks she knows. And combined with the feeling that I get by spelling everything out, she doesn't know what show is. She just knows how to tell. She just knows how to preach. It feels like this is the second book in the series. I read the first one, this is the second one, and I'm just getting progressively more angry. She put on her shoes and socks to protect her feet as she walked along the path that was made of rocks and stones, which are smaller than boulders that... Yeah, Blue, exactly, yeah. I mean, young adult, you understand young adult is not children, right? Young adult starts, in my experience as a librarian, 16, 18 and up. Children are below that. Young adult is not supposed to be for children. Spice is not... Opening a book as a parent and seeing this book contains consensual breath play, even if I don't immediately get that they're talking about choking, I'm not giving this to my kid if it's younger than 15 or maybe not even. But also not just because this is a bad book. But Glooman, I'm sorry, but I used to be a librarian, and that I think you're not entirely understanding what young adult means. So, like when you talk to children, you got to be a lot more direct. It's not children's books and young adult books, two different things. Reading modern books is like finding treasure in a dump. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been disappointed a lot of times. I am very sad about... I don't have anything against smut, but that it has to be in almost every contemporary book is a bit disappointing. There's a lot more to human experience than that. And it can be done. Catherine Arden has done it, if we're talking in the same genre, so fantasy. It Must Be Bewitched, what, the book? Can we unpack? If you don't know either, okay, well, I'm feeling less and less stupid every time I mention it. Yeah, it's about joking. It's about joking. I won't let you Google it. I allowed someone to Google it, and that was probably a mistake. I'm so sorry. This book has plunged our lovely Cherry into the pit of literary prey. We shall prepare tinctures, please, wisdom. Never seen a book affect a human like this. I mean, no man, it's a good thing you weren't here for the Pele book because I read the autobiography of Pele. The reason I read books that are out of my comfort zone is because I'm trying to expand. We have a book club, which also has a lot of submissions that are very far out of my, because I am a classic literature girly originally, for lots of reasons. But I would prefer an Anna Karenina over this any day. You don't even have to pay me. I'll do it just for pleasure. This, oh my god, I wish I was actually paid for every page because it's hurting me. Uh, Also, but speaking of that, Borky, modern books, I think Evenings and Weekends is a contemporary book, right? It wasn't it in the Booker Prize like this year or last year. Jack Edwards on YouTube has started a book club as well, and I kind of intend to try and read along. I don't know. I didn't invest in it more than he started a book club and this is the book and let me put it in my basket for the next time I'm ordering books. So I don't know how long I have, but I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, why does she want to be right? I mean, that's not it. It's not. This is not a children's. It's young adult, not a children's book. You have kids, and that is separated into levels of vocabulary, not necessarily age, but it's easier as humans to think of ages because generally that means you have a certain level of vocabulary. But so kids and you have like preschool, middle school stuff, but kids, preteen, teen, young adult, and young adult has been grossly mistreated in the last few years, especially looking at the covers that they're making. The one that comes to mind is Icebreakers, which is just, I haven't read it, but I've heard that it's foul. And it has such a poppy, bright, happy, girly cover that parents who don't know what it's about have bought it for their kids, not young adult, kids. And I can only imagine the trauma that those kids have now because you're not supposed to read that. I finished the new Frederick Buckman book. Oh, speaking of modern books, it was incredible. He is one of those like incredible white writers that actually puts effort in their writing. This feels like fast fashion books. To be honest, if it's not edited, if it wasn't, I don't know. And it's so sad. The potential is just, I cried so many times. That is what Buckman will do to you. Yeah, it's just stunning, constant sense of nostalgia throughout. I can highly recommend. I haven't read many 5-star reads this year, and that was one of them. Might try it, but I think I think I'm just gonna order evenings and weekends and try to hide in another community for a little bit after this. Okay, Kluman, but if you consider under 24 kids, you have to understand that not everyone under 24 has the same vocabulary. So someone of the ages of 8, which is an actual kid in book terms, in genre terms, in bracketing books, so people can search for the right book for their level of understanding and vocabulary. That's fine that you think that all of them. I agree, by the way, but you can't then say that this is a kid's book because it's not. Your opinion and reality are two different things in this particular case. Do you know what I mean? I have to be in the mood for smut. I'm never in the mood for smut. I know what every novel it's something I chose when the mood hits. Yeah, so when you're just slapped in the face with it, it's just like, oh man, I was enjoying this. I haven't been entrenched in graduate level text yet. Who are you to say that, Glooman? Who are you to say that? You don't know. You don't know their lives. Geef mij uw brood, anders zult u aan mijn goddelijke toren worden onderworpen. I don't know what toren is, so I guess I'll just take the risk. How are you doing, Storm? The world is turning and you're stuck in the past, shaking your fist at the cloud. I can relate. I don't know what you're saying, Glooman. How about the Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky? I remember having to slog through that book in 11th grade. That's insane to me. I think I do have that. I think that was in one of my batches a few weeks ago because it was like on sale and only a few bucks. I think I have that actually. I don't know, no, Matt, because I am not really keeping an eye on what generation someone is. So you'll have to inform somewhere else, preferably somewhere that has actual statistics. I would recommend. So many contemporary romance books have very cartoonish covers. Yeah, and that seems to be the trend, and they're full of really intense sex scenes. Yeah, yeah, I don't get it. But at this point, I just stay away from those covers. One thing I hate in modern literature is either targeted for women readers or fancy readers, like there's nothing else in this world. Do you follow Jack Edwards, Borky? Because I do. Well, it's marketed more because the book industry has caught on to how much money there is in this certain sub genre of the literary world. But just to even it out, you know that corn has been around for a long time, and there's been a lot of money going around in those circles. So I do feel like it's a little bit of the pendulum going to another extreme, and we're now hopefully at a point where we get that we can't put cartoons on books like icebreakers. We can't do that. We can't do that. But I'm sure it will come back and it will even out again. But I feel like that has more to do with marketing, Borky. Hello, Awakened. How are you doing? Good morning, afternoon, evening, morning. I don't know where you are. You simultaneously complain about the definition of YA, while in reality, reality is the book in front of you. Reality is the book in front of you. I'm not, though, Gluman. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not complaining. I'm just clarifying for you. Because if you think that everyone under 24 is a kid, I wanted to clarify for you that in the book world, there are, sections. And your opinion about what young adult is doesn't mean that it's reality, as you're pointing out to me. Yes, this is a young adult. This is true, but reading is my job, and sometimes I have to read things that I don't like, just like everyone has to do things they don't like every once in a while for their job. I'm a kid. Asa, yes. Don't call me out like that. I am though. I love it. That's not a bad thing. Hello, Stone Cold loves the rock. That's That's inventive. Hello, welcome. How are you doing? There's a market named Cozy. Is it yours? I wish. Give me your bread or what? Or be subjected to my divine wrath. Nah, I can't do that because it's too delicious. I hadn't made bread in a very long time because I had stupidly internalized that I needed a Dutch oven to make bread. You don't. You don't. And also the no knead recipe that I followed really is just slapping it together in the evening and then resting it a little bit in the evening, in the morning, and then just put it in the oven. It's so good. Do you want the recipe? Should I share the recipe on Discord or something? It was the probabilities an 18 to 24-year-old hasn't been entrenched in graduate level texts. Could be, but that doesn't mean everyone. Doesn't mean everyone. I think social media is very saturated with romantasy, etc., but there's definitely more to modern literature than those books. Absolutely. I mean, look at the Booker Prize. Look at the Booker Prize. Look at what is longlisted and shortlisted, and go from there. If you're struggling to find something that is a little bit more deep. I have found some of my favorites in the Booker Prize as well. The Prophet was an experience. it, I think I read it in like 24 hours, say 24 hours, because I think I did sleep. But I couldn't put it down. It was relentless, and it was everything about the Prophet was perfect. Catherine Arden levels. I'm sorry, I have a crush on her. I know, but she just proved to me that you don't need to have been alive 200 years ago to write something that feels authentic. So he had everything right. I know it's a what's his face. He had the same name as the guy from the Bee Sting, and they accidentally said the wrong name during. Oh, sorry, Tous. I'm sorry. I can't see it. I can't see it from here. Um. So yeah, I would say, and also just try to follow some people who make content around books that are more pointed towards the subjects that you're interested in. There's more than enough out there. A fairly new, oh, I forget her name, a fairly new YouTube channel. One I absolutely adore is I'm not sure if it's the name of his channel as well, but Black Lit Geek. He is amazing. I love his vibes. I love his concepts, and he's just a calming presence. And I really hope that he can quit his job really soon, and just go full time because he's amazing. Let me see if I can find her. There's someone else who is fairly new, and who is pretty focused on classics. I mean, there's Jack Edwards who reads more supposed deeper, alleged deeper stuff, but he also reads fun things like autobiographies from like it girls and stuff. I don't know. I'm predicting self-writing books in 5 years. It's already happening, Nomad. By a blank 500-page book of Amazon, what it get written as you read. Oh, that is not exactly what I thought it would be, but that scares me. I don't think I'll be participating. Reality is has its own logic. We bend ourselves to it, not the other way around. The book industry is what it is. Sure, I agree. When I was a teenager, I'd skip school and go to the library. Me too, weekend. This is where I'm found the good section. Oh no, that not no. I was fully invested in the Wicca series or Sweep, depending on if you're a European or American. I think it was Wicca here, and I think it was Sweep in America. They're very niche, I think, because I can't really get my hands on them. They're no longer in print. So I would go to the library instead of going to school. I was bullied really heavily, so I risked getting caught by the police because I was living in the city at that time, and they were very strict on approaching teenagers who were on the loose during school hours. But because no police is going to look for you in the library, so that's where I went until there were people working on the lifts, I think, and they were singing Rammstein in a silent library. That was interesting. Thank you for the follow, Awakened Immortal. Welcome. We can't do that. What would also blizzard? Oh no, storm. It did, right, Gibbs? I love it. I'm gonna do it more often. I'm salivating as we speak. And it's so easy. I could post it on Discord, and I'll make a little picture on for Instagram. It's like flour, water. The overnight one doesn't even have sugar. It's flour, water, yeast, and salt. 3 1/4 cup of flour, a teaspoon of salt. How much water? Half a teaspoon of yeast. I don't know how much water, but that also depends on uh, like the weather. Like I shouldn't have made it an overnight bread because it was way too hot. It was like 30 degrees in here and it doubled in size in 4 hours. I did wait until the next morning, which meant that it had a lot more flavor, but it was a bit of a disaster. So keep that in mind. It might change. What age is young adult? Well, young adult and all the other it doesn't actually it doesn't necessarily point towards age because I grew out of young adult by the age of 12. I was so done with young adult by 12 and I had to like be very sneaky about reading books that actually interested me because I read those books as well, Wisdom. At school, we read some classics by the age of 13, 1984. Mice and Men. When I was 14, I read the Watchmen graphic novel and learned how to program assembly language from the Amiga hardware manual. No idea what 14-year-olds read these days. Subtitles, so a lot of subtitles and tweets. And I don't want to put that down. That is also reading. It's just not the reading that is ideal. It's still reading, though, and I'm not going to discount that because it's not their fault that they're growing up in an age that is so focused on technology that even schools no longer have physical books. I'm not sure that was a good idea. I think a combination would probably have been better, but who am I? I am not a teacher. I was a librarian that worked with kids from all ages in middle school, but I wasn't actually a teacher, so I don't know. But the age is for ease, and it kind of helps you to estimate the vocabulary that is needed to be able to comprehend the story and also have a little bit of fun and not struggle too much. But I do have to add that I taught myself English, so we didn't read these books in school, in my school at least, and certainly not in English. Pissed off my English teacher though by bringing those books to school. He didn't like it when I brought in Wuthering Heights, and he thought I couldn't read it, but he was sadly mistaken. But that's a different story. Oh, Demon Copperhead that came out last year. I think was so good. I also liked the. I didn't want to because I was a bit of a snob as a teen. Uh, for reasons I couldn't go to university, but I was very very um, motivated to give myself at least a modicum of education, even though university was never going to be in the cards for me, which is why I was very motivated to read these books that we're talking about. And I also like the Jane Austen and Zombies. What was it? Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I really like that one. Hated the social part of school. The time spent wasted on learning, and I see I should have been learning about the social stuff, but I misunderstood. Uh, Awakened. Are you just coincidentally, because it's gonna happen? Do you have the same name, or did you change your name? Are you a different person? Because then I think I'll call you Immortal. It's gonna be a little bit easier for my brain. Storm. I read classics, deeper literature, but also like smut romance, yeah, now and again, and I'm not ashamed of it. No, you shouldn't be. You have to read what you want to read, and there's nothing wrong with it. It all has a time, its place for me. I like to read a wider range of things. I just know I will get different things from it. Hi, Kevlar. Yeah, I agree, Evie. So the reason I was only, I hinted at it, but I wasn't allowed to buy English books when I was still living at my caregiver's home. Because I got told that then they couldn't read the books, even though they never read my books. So I had to buy English books secretly, and I did that by saving up the little money I got to get something to drink at school. We're talking €1 or two at once. And growing up in Gilmore Girl time, I really, really wanted to be Rory, but it just wasn't in the cards for me. So it took a lot of time for me to secretly save up this money and then go buy a book. And because I really wanted to have the Rory Gilmore life, it was classics for me, and I'm still working through that trauma because I really, when I'm saying I'm not allowed, I'm not going to go into it, but I really wasn't allowed to read English. I wasn't. Basically, they tried to stop me learning English. That's what it comes down to. So when I had to choose between A War and Peace and something like this, I would always always pick a classic. And I still feel that. I still feel that little bit of doubt when I buy books. Which is why turning this, or at least attempting to, it's not quite my full-time job yet, to make reading my work and to expand into different genres and to grow, because I wasn't allowed to read English at all, and I had to choose. I had to be specific, and if I wasn't going to be able to go to university, then I was just going to read the books myself, even though it didn't feel the same, and I didn't have a teacher to help me out and have discussions with like-minded people. I had to do it all on my own. But, I don't know. I still have that, which is kind of a little bit why I started the book club. So I would have an excuse to buy books that I feel like I'm not allowed to buy still. It goes so deep, that trauma. It's really ridiculous. Kevlar, you look dashing today. Have you seen yourself? Hello, Degenerator. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. How are we doing? Right where they least expect. Exactly. I would actually come across police and say hi. So instead of being like, oh, turning around, I would be just like, nah, I'm going to the library, dude. Hello, good morning. I was never once approached by police. I don't know. Such a shave here, so much technology and so much stuff, but amazing bread is impossible to find. Make it yourself! Okay, hold on, let me write it down because I'm gonna forget. It's really not that difficult. Well, I'll make a post. I was a librarian, yes, Kevlar, and I wasn't a hot librarian though. I was very awkward in my early 20s, 19, 20, 21. But I was a librarian, and I was promoted to setting up and setting up the local libraries at middle schools, which were I think six schools, and then I had to oversee all the classes and all the collections all on my own. So I set them up. And then I had to make sure that all the kids from ages 4 to 12 would read. And I am not kidding, not one kid didn't love reading when I'd gotten a chance to figure out what they liked. I got every kid to read, because the point is that there's a book for everything. Just like there's a video for everything, there is a book for everything. You just have to find your niche, your genre, your authors, your subject. And once you have found that, there's not a lot that is better than a good book. Thank you, Wisdom. Who are you putting in a corner? Oh! Okay, sorry. You've been put in a corner. Sorry. One of these days I'm going to pop in and see her with a cherry pie. It will be a day I'll remember. Mr. Cynical, I might actually. I had a dream about that. That I was going to be forced to make a cherry pie and eat it. I never have. I've never even had a cherry. So, don't make me. The ancients recorded on stone. As it's digital now, there will be no record if wiped. Immortal is okay? Okay, well, I thought you were someone else and changed your name. I'm so sorry. I'm going to call you Immortal from now on. All right. Glad I asked. I don't know. I don't know about the digital thing, though. I'm not sure. I think a combination would be better. But that also stems from my... the headaches and stuff. I just have to be careful. The e-reader has been great, but if I have an almost migraine, if I have a migraine, it's just done. But if I have an almost migraine, I can still read a physical book, but I couldn't read my e-reader. Or a screen is just, no, not at all. No chance. Literature badass? No, not at all. I haven't read everything. I mean, Homer is staring right at me right there, but that one scares me because I'm not good at like poetry. Even though I listened to an archaeologist talk about the Epic of Gilgamesh, I think it is Gilgamesh, and that sounds very interesting. I kind of want to read it now. Kate. Oh wait, who's Kate? Wait, did I say Kate? I should write an autobiography. I can't. No man. No one will believe me. And also, the ballet book has really given me thoughts about autobiographies. That maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe you can't be objective enough. So the answer is to ban the classics, heavily restrict asses. What? The kids will be trading books in the bathroom. What do you mean? Huh? Fire alarm. What do you mean? Wait, Immortal. Can you explain that? Because I don't think I get it. Girl, you would set out the fire alarms. Oh no! About the cherrypies, I'm not gonna cook. I'm not gonna make. I'm not gonna. I once made spaghetti on stream and it went wrong. Luckily, I know myself, so I actually went to a BRB screen before I made the horrible mistake, but I did, and it was a mess. Luckily, I have a very clean kitchen, so I could save it. But I'm not gonna do a cooking screen stream anymore. Come to the bathroom. I got some dark Emily Bronte chisel and some Aldous Huxley $20 bags. Keep it on the top. I mean, I'm supposed to read two more books. I want to read two more books this month. So it's not like I'm out of books of this month. Oh, this is the Torah. That's not what I meant for this month. That's a bigger project. I still have The Stranger and the Rainfall Market. This would be a nice palate cleanser, except that I have plans for this, and universe isn't helping me. I do feel like I need to be in the mood for The Stranger. What do you say? Who has read any of these? No, cynical. Don't make me. But an answer trucks as the kids spend all their money on books. Oh, if only. I'm working on a sort of biography. When I go to Amsterdam in December, I'm going to write about my experience. It'll be a lot like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. But, oh, I haven't read that. Wait, but I think it's in book club. It's in book club. So who knows? We might pull it. Wait, it isn't? Hold on, I'm confused. Hold on. Oh, something went wrong. Something went wrong. It's in my personal TBR, but it's not in the Cherry Pies TBR. Hold on. Okay. I can go to the Excel if it wants to open. Miss it. No, Kevlar. No. I'm a winter child. Gilgamesh is amazing, and as you go back spiritually, it's tied to literature, especially contains scientific truth. I was so fascinated. It was supposed to put me to sleep, but I had to turn it off and listen to it in the morning because it was too fascinating, and I already have thoughts and comments. Oh, okay. I was very confused. I thought I missed something. It happens. Create a book black market. Make reading cool. It's already cool. Immortal. It's already cool. If you know, you know. What about microfilm says books printed on LSD blotters? Oh my gosh. You have the tiny books do exist, Wisdom. Have you seen them? Are they a thing still? It was I think they were marketed as vacation books. They were tiny. I hated it. It's not my thing. I mean, it's cute, and I liked the idea of them, but actually having to read them, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. My copy of Circe, oops, sorry. I got Circe last month because I think that I'm gonna read that next month actually, and it's tiny. It's such a cute edition. It's like a pocketbook. Wasn't expecting it. Hello, Pikachu. Welcome. How are you doing? Yeah. They're too tiny. You're too tiny. Yes, they are. I don't know how to Google that. I don't think I will get the results that I want to. Uh, okay. I don't know what happened there. It's on my personal TBR, but it's not on the cherrypies TBR. So, and I can't find it in the Excel, the book club Excel. You did, Evie? I've been looking forward to reading it for a long time. It was on sale, so I got it. Hmm. Yeah, I should. I mean, the month is almost over. I should just, get it over with. It's time for a cup of tea. Honestly, I kind of feel like a tea as well. With a lot of sugar. And some cookies, maybe? Some fresh bread? I don't know. Oh, I just. Wait, is that back in print? Because it should be. Walk Through Walls. I should buy that as soon as possible before it goes out of print again. It's a biography from Marina Abramovic. Well, a memoir. It's not quite the same, I guess. I'm not sure about the difference, but I guess a memoir is different. Has anyone seen the documentary that she made, Marina Abramovic, about her latest, or at least at that time latest, performance, which was called "The Artist Is Present"? Good to hear, Pikachu. It's hard for me to identify the stream without the huge Pomodoro clock in the corner. I'm sorry so much, as it's Sunday. On Sunday we just chill and hang and just have a good time. Hopefully, it feels I can put it back, but then people might be confused about when are we starting. We're not tomorrow at 10:30. Since you're never gonna make a cherry pie, does that mean you're changing your name to Brett Baker? It might. I might. Storm. You've never heard of Marina Abram? Oh my god, she's amazing. I love her. Okay, I didn't know that was a possibility. No matter where do you get them? Can you hit me up? I could use that. No, I would never sleep. I would never sleep again. What are you doing? I know it's still too hot. Hopefully, it will cool down a little bit this week. But we've been promised cooler weather, but we'll have to see. Is it dangerous? It is, Witches. It is. It is very. This is forced. This is forced chilling for me because I'm not very good at not doing anything. If I am able to, I will work because I know that there's a very high chance that I will get into an endometriosis episode, and then I'll hate myself for not doing things. What? We have those pills here called Pro Plus, but they just give me anxiety and heart palpitations. Oh no, Evie, don't take those. Don't take those. From chemists, don't take more than 200 milligrams at a time. Oh no, I don't need that. I have CPTSD. I take meds to calm down. I do drink coffee because otherwise I would, not be awake. But anyway, I'll stick to coffee as well, Evie. Theanine with your caffeine, it takes off the edge. Don't even know what that is. Oh, what is that, Noet? It was discovered in 1949 as a constituent of green tea and was isolated in 1950 from Kuro tea leaves. It constitutes about 1 to 2% of the dry weight of green tea leaves. All right, okay. I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy for this. I already have a French press. Do you know how much time it takes? If I have to make coffee, it's not just press a button and it's done. No, no, no. I have to boil water, grind the beans, put it in a frickin' thing. Oh, and then wait for like 12 minutes or longer. I don't think I have the patience to do that. I'll read a Les Miserables, but I won't do that probably. Jerry forced me to chill here all the time. It's so cold. Can you send some here? Because I swear this place it's so humid. Oh, you're joking. Okay, immortal. Oh, is Winston? No, Winston is also he has been out of it in the last few days. It's so hot that even Winston can't be the little rascal that he wants to be so badly. He's adorable. He's doing a lot better, I have to say. Some vanilla chai tea. Oh, that sounds good. For me, it does not need any sugar. The spices stimulate my sweet taste buds. I just add a little more, half and half. You're a lucky blue. I am addicted to sugar. Full, full on addicted to sugar. So this is why I generally don't buy any soft drinks, because if I don't have it, I can't drink it. And if I do buy it, it's because I like immediately need it because I'm like on my way somewhere and I'm not feeling great. I need some sugar for my brain, but generally I only have sugar in my tea. I'm very conscious of the sugar that I use because it's bad. It's bad. I wish I could get off of it, but that's a problem. I wish we had creamer in the UK. To be honest, it's probably a good thing for my body. We don't. Creamer? You mean the milk? The special coffee milk? Hi, yes. How am I doing? I'm still overeating. It's not a lot of fun, is it? I want autumn. I'm so ready for autumn. Let's take a sip, people, because yes has arrived. Winston was very cute in the video you posted on today. Did I post? Did I post today? What, do you mean yesterday? You was just done. Yes, thank you. Yes. We have okay. So Evie, this is one of the culture shocks that I had when I moved to the UK, because creamer, either in fluid form or as a powder, as I usually get it, because it's just cheaper to buy a little bit in bulk and it keeps longer than a creamer. But I couldn't find it in the UK, and it never crossed my mind. There were a lot of things that I knew I would have to give up moving to the UK, like hagelslag, for example. That hurt. That hurt as well. But creamer? What do you mean? Why? Do you know why? It's not the same as milk. I don't want to talk about how much sugar I put in my tea, Storm, because I don't want that to be a conversation today. Another day. Another day. Not today. Because I need my sugar. I have a few more things to do. I think it was yesterday. I was with when he was lying on the floor on my slipper and just looking like dead, basically. He's pretty much lying the same right now, just below you. He's adorable. We had a good walk this morning. The duckies were teasing him, which is always cute. Yeah, with Tous. Yeah, I mean, he didn't do it fully, but he doesn't always close his mouth fully, and it's the cutest. I'm trying to get it on camera, but every time I reach when he does it, he notices and he moves his mouth. It's not fun. Why though, Evie? Why is there no creamer? It makes no sense. Literally bans anything with too much sugar. I don't leave my creamer in the packaging. I put it in a jar so I can't check. But aren't the sugars in a creamer mostly milk sugars? Wow. Okay, I shouldn't have asked that question because now I'm more confused. I agree, Nomad. Well, it depends. If you want coffee, I personally agree, but there's a whole subgenre of coffees that are also quite nice. Every once in a while. I do have to say, the first time I had a pumpkin spice latte, not from Starbucks, I made one myself. It was actually pretty awesome. Mostly because I like the sugar, probably. I have 5 sugar cubes in my tea if that makes you feel better. I mean, I guess about the same. I don't have cubes though. I just have scoops. I live in Australia. Big milk also restricts our access to creamer. It exists but hard to find. What? Wait, what? What is this? I never knew. What? Hold on. So there's countries that restrict creamer? I'm in shock. I'm in genuine shock. The 11th commandment people don't know about states. Thou shalt not add anything to thy black coffee. Yes, no ad. I agree. Though I did start, I think a lot of people started drinking coffee with sugar and milk. I feel like I did start like that as well. But my coffee consumption got really out of hand at some point, and I realized that my sugar intake was also really really bad, because at that time I was still drinking soft drinks regularly. So I stopped putting it in my coffee, but I do think that most people start drinking coffee with a little bit of sugar at least. Coffee black as your soul is the way of my country. Dromina, hello, welcome. How are you doing today? I agree. I don't think my country agrees though. We're big coffee drinkers. That not that we don't drink. Everyone drinks coffee, but a lot of people put sugar in it. I would smuggle you creamer, but the risks are too high. Big milk is too powerful. What the frick? What is this? Anyone who bans sugar simply wants to enrich their Freemason friends in the artificial sweetener industry. Big pharma. Ooh, wisdom. You're touching on an interesting point here. Might have some truth in it. Hello, Forest Sneaky Watcher, and welcome. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? That's an interesting name you have there. 5 sugar cubes in tea is like trying to make it into Coca-Cola. I mean, it depends. If you have a black tea and you steep it for about 7 minutes, it's almost coffee, but it isn't. It has less caffeine, and then with a lot of sugar and a lot of milk, it's not even tea anymore. It's just a separate drink. I don't have cubes though. I don't think I have 5 cubes. I think if I need cubes, I put in 3. Yeah, I think. Refined white sugar. I prefer like brown sugar though. Big worms? Wisdom, why? Ew. Hello, Bobo. Thank you for the hydrate. Let's not forget to drink water, people. Oh, I don't want to go into that too deeply today, but oh no, Matt, you know that artificial sweetener or real sweetener or naturally occurring sugar, they all have the same effect on your insulin levels. Do you know that? You've never had coffee, Storm? How is that possible? How can you become an adult and never had coffee? I mean, I think we're all wiped anyway. Immortal. Big worms because it sounds silly and it means fun. Okay, I'm a bit scared. I'm thinking about the worms in June. Real seekers fear not be spoken. No, they just. Oh, I wish you could make a picture of that. That's really cute. They don't exist, or they exist, but they're made by the other people. Remember? I haven't watched or I haven't looked up the news in the last few days. Do I need to know something? I think the last time I checked on news was Thursday. Did I miss something this weekend? I've been down most days. Just think of catworms, which is Evie, no, yeah. Those aren't fun at all. Ugh. I mean, they're earthworms are vital for your garden. I know, but also the word is just not. It's not enticing, is it? It doesn't. I got that continuous glucose monitor for a month, and it didn't spike my insulin. Maybe I have the wrong word. What I mean, because I'm not a doctor. Your body registers sugar the same. So I think watch that sugar film. I have all I know comes from that sugar film, and it explains why to your body sugar is sugar. I'm not a professional. I just know that after I watched that movie, I was very depressed because I had to confront my sugar addiction, and I did cut it down, but you can't just cut out all the things that give you joy. If you want a little bit of sugar every once in a while, it's fine. If you drink 2 liters of cola every day, you might get into some trouble. Did you know there is a cat parasite that can infect the human brain and affect behavior? Yeah, I did. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that cats and other animals and pets carry, Immortal. If you're pregnant, you're not allowed to clean your litter box, for example, because of maybe it's the same actually. Maybe it's the same parasite. If there's such a thing as earthworms, then there must be such a thing as Mars worms. Absolutely, wisdom. Dude is real. You have a worm, Evie? Please don't. Or Evie has a Mars worm. Okay, I'll allow it. Hi, robot. How are you doing? I'm on vacation. Where? No sound or I can't hear. I hope you're having a wonderful time. 10 Brad, thank you. I'm reading Five Nights at Freddy's. Blackbird, 50% done while I travel. Well, take care. Oh, that one was put in the book club. In case you're new here. Hoppas du öva på svenskan. You hope for something, but I'm not sure what. I'm sorry. Muddy pink snakes. I mean, actually, yeah. That's that. I much prefer that, Storm. Oh God, why? Why are we talking about worms? Who started this? Who started this? No, no. We're not doing this. I think it's the brain. Is that brain response to artificial sweetness ability to sugar? Remember reading about fMRI studies about it. Yeah, I just defaulted to insulin. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just instantly said I don't know. I just know that your body doesn't know the difference between sugar and sugar, right? Just like your brain doesn't know really the difference between imagination and reality, which is why I can't play games because I'll get upset beyond reason. So I better not. When I was nursing, I looked after a child who contracted toxoplasmosis in the womb. Believe me, after seeing her, I will tell everyone never clean litter trays if you're pregnant. Yeah, that. Oh, right. Yeah, that's it. Um, I mean, it's not really general knowledge, though, is it? Why would it be, really? Oh, hope you practice your Swedish. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm trying, but I don't have Duolingo anymore, and I'm trying to find something else, but I haven't. Does anyone have any experience with Rosetta Stone? I'm considering Rosetta Stone or something that has a penguin as a logo. I haven't looked into their ethics and stuff yet. Um, so if you have any experience, let me know. Or if you have another app that could help me learn, because Rosetta Stone and the other one, neither of them have Swedish. So I've just defaulted to French, and I guess I'm not learning Greek anymore either, which was a bit much. A bit enthusiastic, but if you have any recommendations for like an app that can help me learn languages that isn't Duolingo, please let me know. Thing is, I can't do bitter coffee. Life is bitter as it is, and I don't need a cup of coffee, a cup of bitterness every morning. Oh no, Matt. Fresh homemade bread, a fresh coffee. Oh, there's nothing better. I swear. The smell alone just makes you feel cozy and happy. I did that yesterday. So now I have to do it again. I'm glad I finally learned that you don't need a Dutch oven. Why am I thinking about Dutch ovens? Because I lost mine. But I'll be experimenting with a bread recipe because it really doesn't take a lot of effort. It's so easy. And it smells so good. And no sugar. Unless you add it yourself. But, I don't. Toulouse, hello. Oh, Vincent heard me calling her name. And now it's like, you know what? I'm just going to put them here so you can look at more books. This is a precarious. Can I lift it? Will I ruin everything? Possibly. Do I want to try and show you what is happening over here? I did it. I did it. That's what's over here. Hello, Isle Wolf. Thank you for the follow. Oh, and Joker. Hello. Thank you for the follow. And thank you for the Hydrate Wolf. How are you doing? Hi, baby. This is getting out of hand. Oh, no. Okay, she wants slaps. Hold on. More? Okay. Can I catch up on chat? Real quick? Please? No better I should say is it is less sweet than cane sugar, but it's still just use it in a 1-to-1 substitution. I feel like they might be speaking about that in that sugar film as well. I know. You want Spanx, I know. There's no worm lead. What's happening? I think I know what you mean, Noma, and that is also a Dutch oven, but I am not talking about that one. No, let's not go there. We're already talking about worms, and I don't understand. Ooh, fresh black coffee and a plain croissant. Yes, that is also very good. I learned all the Swedish swear words by playing Zelda. Oh, by someone's Zlatan Ibrahimovic's brother. Did I get close? Hey, hello, don't do that. Hi, Smile, how are you doing? Um, no, okay. So most are from like Germany and Japan. Is that a appropriately autistic answer? But I miss mine though. I really do. But now I know that I don't need it to make bread. I feel so stupid. They haven't existed for as long as humans have, and we've made bread for a very long time. I'm gonna practice with breads again, and I want to make a piadina maybe this week actually. Because there's just if you make it yourself, yes, it takes a lot of effort, but it does taste different once you've got it down. You made three baguettes. I could have made a baguette, I guess, but they don't last long. Very good stuff. But what do you? I mean, it's a miracle I still have some bread left. The only reason I do is because someone left two packs of cookies. Two. I have to message them. They can't do that ever again. So I basically lived on cookies. Because I wanted to save the bread for breakfast and the coffee. Are you okay? All right. Hello, Stefan Bucks. The best way to learn new language is to visit an institute in a foreign land for at least 2 weeks, better 3 or 4. If you pay for it, I will go. Is that a deal? No, it's a girl. I know Toulouse is not generally known as a girl name, but this is my little lady. Winston is a boy. Winston is currently passed out though, and that's a good thing because if Winston wakes up, chaos starts usually. So it's better. It's better this way for now. I'm sure he'll show his face somewhere this week. Thank you, thank you, Wolf. Uh, she is very fluffy, and I am too today. You oh no! Wisdom. This channel is about butt smacking and worms. Today it is. Today it sure is. Cheers bags are only available on tier 3 on Patreon. Yes, next year. Hello, Miracle Boy. I'm a little uninspired myself, but then I take a look at this shark and I think again, oh my god, what is that? What is it? Is it drinking? What is it drinking? It's very cute. Oh my god, Evie, I'm not even gonna. Did you read that? Hold on. Curiosity killed the cat. I read the Minotaur smut book together with Erin, and we were so surprised. It was better than most of the contemporary books that I've picked up out of curiosity or expanding of knowledge. It was surprisingly good and very well thought out, as opposed to the Piper book. That just, I mean, I hope it will get better. It has to get better. Come on. If you write a whole, if you write four, no, she has written more. She's written more. You have to get better, right? If you do something every day, right? Oh God. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Evie. I did read that. Oh no. Follow and subscribe for Worm Smut, Book Drugs, and Butt Spanks. I'm gonna get banned. No, if that's true, then I will retire. I'll just give up because I'm nah. I mean, you do you, boo. If you want to read about worm fun times, then you gotta do what you gotta do. It probably exists. There's some crazy stuff out there. Apparently, Wattpad is just overflowing with a lot of crazy stuff. I didn't even know that was a thing until I realized that BookTok was a thing, which I didn't realize until like 2 years ago. So I don't know. I don't know. I've only recently started being able to buy books that aren't classics because otherwise I would get a panic attack. Probably. We probably had it first, Wisdom, which also means that it will be forbidden first here as well. So Lucy said the zoomies twice today. It's very cute. I've taken mental note of everything that's going on here. Plan on writing Switch a very strongly worded letter as soon as I make one. Can you send me a copy, Immortal? I might want to send it myself. What rule was it? 30, 34? I was listening to a breakdown of the scene kit fashion, which was nostalgic a little bit. I wasn't actually scene. I was emo, but it was very interesting. Um, I was going somewhere. My question is it really? Has it really come back? The emo and the scene. Is it really? Is it? I'm not on social media enough. And if I am, I see like kittens mostly. If I'll pay for stamps. I'll pay for stamps. It's fine. The Trish Ombudsman is currently on holiday with his worms. Just strolling where a letter is in a queue. Ah! Vacation. I don't actually like vacations. Really don't. Gets me all out of my. I mean, apropos. Is that a word that I would use in English? I would in Dutch. Get off of my apropos. I don't think it's correct. Holiday out of my whip for tardiness. I mean, no, I get it. Most people, sadly, have jobs they don't enjoy, or there's people that make it just a bit of a horror. So in that case, yes. But I even when I was doing a job that I didn't like particularly, like being a checkout girl, isn't actually, it's interesting and you learn a lot about humans, but it's not really my dream job, But even then, I didn't. Why didn't that update? Hello, Sequoia. Thank you for letting me know. I don't understand why that doesn't update. My Stream Elements needs to be like reinstalled or something because it's not updating. I don't know. How are you doing today, Sequoia? Have I tried a vacation with worms? No. You know why it's good though. You know why we have to live. We have to live with books because with books. Sorry, with worms because they apparently fluff up the earth and give it like minerals and stuff. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't want to think about it. Sequoia has entered the chat. Sequoia is carrying a parcel of worms available in North and East. Gandalf sits down and starts singing about gold. Gandalf? Wait, when did Gandalf enter chat? Last vacation day for you? What are you gonna do on your last vacation day, Sequoia? I don't know. It's just I depend on my routine too much. I'll forget. I mean, I have trouble eating in general, like in summer especially. It's just too hot, and I'm not hungry, and I don't want to eat. But also, it's just a routine. I really depend on it. I don't know. Was he exposed on camera? Okay, so I'm not on social media, but oh my God. What the hell is that? That, are they okay? Is there an update? Because I just know what happened. Can someone give me an update on that? That was wild. I don't know. I still don't know who they are. I just know that they were having an affair. And they got caught in a very public way. Oh no. And was she head of human resources as well? Oh no. Oh no. Are they okay though? Because cheating is not okay. Never. No excuse. But that was a lot, wasn't it? Gandalf knows about the gold. It means Tolkien is allegorical. I was too young to see it. Tolkien was brilliant. So if anyone knew where the gold was, it was Tolkien. Internet has lost its mind over that CEO and the sad girl. Exactly, Nomad. I mean, if even I know about it this quickly, that says something because I generally don't spend that much time on social media. I'm trying to keep up on stuff, but it's too fast for me. I'm too old. Too old for this shit. You got on the Return of the Worm. Ugh, that was disgusting. I would read. If only because I want to know. I just want to know what's in there. Hello, Michaels. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the follow. No other label makes it sound like the planet is run by aliens than human resources. I don't know who came up with that, but it wasn't a bright decision, was it? Oh my god, Storm. That is so bad, but so true. It turns out she was. I think there's a hair somewhere, not quite in my eye, but in front of it, and it's stressing me out. Talking Too Young. Oh, you read Talking Too Young. Made some other authors seem basic. Yeah, I feel that. I can't say it again. I can't say it again. I won't say it again. I won't say it again. I'll leave my gushing over Catherine Arden for another day. I've talked enough about her. I feel like you're gonna get sick of her. You can't. You have to read the books. Please read the books. Redirects all attendees to the Department of Worm Resources. Oh my god. Wait, what do you do enjoy reading now, Immortal? I mean, I will read anything. I'm very sad about all the years that I thought that I couldn't just buy whatever I wanted, but I'm catching up. I'll get there. I'm catching up. Winnie? Hi. Uh-oh, he woke up. Oh, he's seeing a fly. Get him. Good boy. I'm teaching him to catch flies. It keeps him busy and it keeps my house clean. You're reading which one? I love Schwab as well. Great sense of world building and knows how to create characters that have separate voices. Human resources have failed to solve the problem. It's time to seek out the worms. I mean, yeah, maybe you have a point, Immortal. I don't like it, but can't we call Doctor Who? I feel like their solutions are generally good. I am not up to date on Doctor Who. I haven't watched in ages. Since Capaldi? Was it Capaldi? No, that's a singer. Oh, it was. Oh, Peter Capaldi. The fan base did him really dirty. You always have to get used to the new Doctor. You have to get used to him, and once you are used to him, you're like, how could I ever have not liked this Doctor? But they didn't give Peter Capaldi a chance. He was written off too soon. It's a bit of a shame. Bury our bones in the midnight soil or something. Lesbian vampires. Oh God. Wait. No, that's not the series that I started. I started the series on Audible, and then the rest wasn't available in the Netherlands, but it was in the UK. You have to check that. Maybe they fixed it. That was upsetting. I was like, yes, a new series to listen to, because I haven't listened to an audiobook in 3 or 4 months now. I've, I guess I've just been in a bit of a slump anyway. Aside from the books that I read for book club and the ones that I set out to read at the beginning of the month. I don't know. It's summer. It's just summer. Thank you for the follow, Sequoia. Welcome. It's a new release. Yeah, which one did I start? A Darker Shade of Magic, maybe? It was also just really well done. I'm currently listening to an audiobook, You, by Austin Crossman, and reading a paper book, Zlatan, by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Both very good. I don't know the last one. Is that the You? Is that from the series? Yeah, don't. I mean, there's people who read smutty books or listen to smutty books in public, and I think that's very brave. Chewing on the corpus hermeticum at the moment, but I don't think it translates well to English. You're reading it in Latin? God dang it! I was also trying to learn the basics of Latin through Duolingo, but alas. Gnarly might have read that, actually. Hi, Ors. How are you doing? These books are all about the smut. No, I mean it's not Evie's fault. If it is, she didn't write them. Oh, huh? Oh, I get it now. You think the translate is are there other translations available? Sometimes there's different translations of different books of the same book. You could have been immortal. Who am I to assume what you can or can't do? People surprise you sometimes. I wish I knew Latin and Greek. Really wish. I'll get there someday. Someday. It's good to have dreams, right? My face would give me away as soon as it goes by. I would just like slowly close it and put it away. It's like, oh, I still see some every once in a while. It doesn't happen that often anymore, but every once in a while, I'll still see people reading A Little Life in public. Go home, grab all your blankets, and cry. Don't read that in public. You're gonna have a problem, unless you don't mind breaking down in public. Then it's fine, I guess. But I prefer to ugly cry in private, personally. Oh gosh, okay. I'm gonna say it in one go. Elite, oh, not in one go. LT Burondrio Tavallo. Hello. What do you want me to do with your name? Welcome. I probably butchered every part of that, so please let me know what you want me to call you. But welcome. Thank you for the follow. Watching the 3-3. What? What is that? No, all these things I don't know. What? Are you talking in code to each other? Don't do that. Don't be mean. I could not read that in public. That book destroyed me. I don't think I could ever reread. No, I'm not gonna reread that. No, no. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Maybe one day when I get masochistic enough, I'll pick it back up. But that's not a book I would want to donate anywhere. Changes the stream title to "Inspired by." I'll get banned. I don't know actually. Is that nah? But I'll have to gatekeep myself and say that we're talking about. Well, we are. But no worms. Why stupid worms? The stupid thing is, I did learn a lot about worms lately, so I don't know why this is coming up. Why this synchronicity? The problem with translations of hermetic text is that the message is in what is unsaid gets lost often. I feel that. I feel that kind of goes for a lot of translations, not just this specific kind of book, but like I'm thinking of Pratchett, who makes a lot of jokes that are very language centered, and if you translate that, there's almost no way in Dutch at least. I've heard of a few jokes that just don't translate at all. But this is also why I'm so interested in reading all the three big religious books, because I want to know what's in there. I can't have an opinion about them unless I have read them, I feel personally, or talk about them as long as I haven't read them. But the translations are always a little bit personal, I feel like, which is why I wish I knew more languages, because I would love to read things in their original. But I guess school wasn't good enough. But with Hermetic, I get what you're saying, Immortal. Hermetic texts are a little different. Yeah, humor has the same problem. Yeah. I don't know, Evie. I don't want to risk it, but they might be the weirdest things. The weirdest things get automated by Twitch, so you never know. So many good jokes in German. Is that so? I'll try to explain German language jokes to my French colleagues. How does that go, Horse? Why are you laughing about Pratchett, Nomad? What is funny about Pratchett, aside from his humor? If you're going for a religion, just remember there are like an onion, multiple layers. I just want to have read them to be able to have conversations with people who are religious. I don't feel like I have I personally don't feel like I have a right to have an opinion that is too concrete, as long as I have not read these books. So that's why I have to finish the Piper CJ books as well, because I have a very strong feeling about these books at the moment. Compared to the first book, there is there's some progress, and I just hope that by the end of the fourth book, she has learned a few things. But we'll have to see. But until then, I could only say that I don't like it, but I can't really build on that until I have finished the series. This is also why I don't like rating books. I don't really do that. Ugh! Wisdom, no! Why would you do that? If you have an immortal cardigan, why would you fill it with hermetic worms? No. It's funny because everybody is suffering with extra strips from the bad buns. It's funny for you then, still, right? No, Matt, there's no need to be bitter. Asking questions is never the problem. It's answers like that are a bit of the problem. Don't you think? Come on. Would you rather I assume to know what you are trying to tell me with a few pixels and make the wrong assumption, or ask you, hey, what do you mean here? I don't get it. I personally would rather people ask me what I mean instead of assuming something that is wrong. But you might work differently. Hermetic worms. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Where's Gnarly when you need him? Hello, Jacob. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. How are you doing today? They may be able to transmute matter. They may be, I mean, we do call it wormholes as well, right? It's all coming together. Silently appreciating the concept of exotic hermetic worms. Have you found a new fascination, Wisdom? You can have it. I wasn't a fan of the June worms either. I mean, they weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be, but also the visuals were not doing it for me. Okay. Well, I'm happy for you, Wisdom. Tomorrow it's take your pet to school day, and I will be bringing my kitties as usual. Is it actually going to rain? That would be a surprise. I'm still tripping over that name. I think I would go for Tavallo. Is that Italian? The wormhole? That is the answer. It's actually worms. See, you all in the past. Oh no, I don't want to go to the past. I mean, I don't think the future is going to be a lot better, but I think I'll just stay here. I think that's the safest option. It tips out his pockets onto the desk, revealing a bus ticket, some hermetic worms, and some crisps. Every teacher's nightmare, truly. Hi, Erin. Oh, good luck. Good luck. Don't let us distract you. Cause, dang girl. Yeah, I mean it happens every. It's usually when it gets a little bit more busy, but it's okay. Oh, okay. Winston really did wake up. She was having. Yeah, I know. She was having a good time. Don't look at me. You have to stand up for yourself. Oh no, we're not gonna do that. Hold on. Oh, wait. He just jumped onto Luz, and then he just was like, "Okay, good. I can lie on the couch now." No, we don't do that here. We're nice to each other. We're kind, gentle. Weirdo. Uh, it's tongue in cheek. I don't mean anything in any fashion but funny. I don't know, Matt. Some other people. You know what? We all want attention, and some people don't really learn that it's a lot more pleasant for everyone involved if you don't try to upset someone. And the only thing I can read in that is that you must be upset yourself if you're trying to instigate, if you're trying to, for example, call me snobbish for reading classics when I just explained to you that I had to save euros because I wasn't allowed to buy English books. Yeah. Um, there's no conversation to be had with someone like that. So unfortunately, I have to do something about that. I would rather we have a conversation. You can ask me everything you want, but I can't promise an answer. And we can have talks about literally everything, but we have to stay nice to each other. If you're here to ask attention for the wrong reasons, then I can't do that anymore. I don't have the time. Getting too old for that shit. So you can try again. You can try again. I do want to give people second chances, but there's a few people that are trying to get the attention in the wrong way. And Winston is one of them. Oh no. Kevin, it sounds like Dune. Just think, exotic hermetic worms. Orange alert. Yeah, he's mad. He's mad. That was Winston, and he has woken up. So the entire house is preparing for chaos now. If you caught my translation of Spotify last week, I did. You'll know that I am a fan of acronyms. Worms is also an acronym for the darkest corner of the library. Wild obtuse reading material section. Okay, I'll allow it. Was the it's the wrong way of getting the attention for free. I mean, I don't know. It depends on what you think is free. I would rather not ban people, but I've had to ban a few people in my time. I would rather give you a timeout though. But the thing is, the more people enter a community, the higher the chance statistically that there's people that really want some attention, be a part of the community, or just be seen. And I get that completely. It's just that I literally don't have time. I don't have time to go into that, which is exactly what they want as well, which is also why I can't do that. But if you're hearing this, you've been timed out or you've been banned, I do give second chances. And if you want to join us, you're so welcome. And you don't have to be mean. You can be silly, and you can be a bit cheeky and a bit weird. That's all good. But if you're hurting someone, which is what you're doing if you're trying to instigate, you're not only trying to upset me, the host of this stream and this community, but you're also giving the people in chat an uncomfortable feeling. And I can't do that. I can't do that anymore. Remember what happened last time? We are still trying to fix the furniture. Do I need to bring the banana? You know what? I was actually thinking because it has been happening a little bit. Not as much as in the beginning when I was completely not knowing what I was doing. But I was thinking about something that I've seen in places like Instagram, and that is the pin of shame. How do we feel about the pin of shame? Instead of timing out or banning, we're just giving someone that is really, really out of line the pin of shame. Because banning to me is really a last resort. What is justice worse? We're gonna get very philosophical. What is justice? Yes, I have. Yes, I have, Erin. It's okay. It was just someone intent on riling me up. And I've had a lot of training of that in the last 2 weeks. So maybe on another day, I would have singled that person out and gone into the discussion because it can be very helpful for other people as well to see an interaction like that. And we've had instances where someone, I think, do I call names? I think I know a name or two of people who came in really rude and then realized that, wait, I kind of don't want to be rude. I kind of just want to stay because it's kind of fun here. Okay. Cherry is a lot more patient in that direction. I don't know. I don't know. I just hope that anyone that is trying to get attention in that way, that's trying to instigate and trying to cause drama, I just hope that I can bring them back around or something and get them to join us somehow. I don't know. I still have hope. The pin of shame. How do we feel about it? Is it a good idea? No, you don't, Erin. You don't. And I do need to learn that a little bit because sometimes it's just it depends. But sometimes there's just no helping them. And I may be grandma, but not like that. Meaty Moonstorm? Hi, thank you for the follow. Welcome. How are you doing? Jet has never been a democracy. Justice is what we want it to be. But I need to know what justice is because I don't think it works. I think people just want to make an entrance and be seen and go about it in the weirdest ways. Yeah, me too, Evie. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because I can't imagine that is a nice way to exist if you're being rejected everywhere um, and sent away. And I'm sure that a lot of those people are like, think it's funny that they managed to get banned, but I just think it's sad, really, because that's their lives. If you're like that as a stranger on the internet, I don't know, sad. That's all I can think. It's sad. Awake as a 90-year. Me too, chemist. I'm knekkenbrood every day. But I've picked up yoga again. Wait. Uh, Never judge a book by its cover. And never judge a person by their worms. No! Oh God, that's a nasty saying. Listen, I've started yoga again, and it's oh my God, I miss it so much. So if you don't know, I broke my elbow on the 12th of June. Why do I remember this exact date? Because that was the first time I had broken something. Broke my elbow. And I think I have. Can you see? This was the one that broke. So I was going to put something away, like hang something up on a hook, and it cracked. And at first I thought, I broke it again. There it goes. I'm done. And then I moved it very carefully. And ever since I think it was just like, it had to, like your knuckles. I can extend it again. It hurts. It does hurt a little bit again, but like not, I can move it again. So I think it's all good if I just carefully start back with yoga and don't lift, 10-liter pans filled with water and sterilized jars for marmalade. Hello, Chandu. Fully intact arms, yes, but also the extension. I couldn't bend this one fully until this weekend or last week. I don't know. In the past, between the last stream and this stream, it cracked, and now it extends again. And also this way, I couldn't fully do like this or like this. It was kind of stuck. That's why I didn't want to compare them because it made me feel very depressed. But it was, I don't know. So that, I guess that was it. No nicotine? Who says no nicotine? Oh, I thought something was falling. I'm out. I was okay with your rhetoric, with your worm rhetoric, but if that is the case, nicotine or coffee? Coffee. I gotta run away and get myself in the shower. Time to get ready. Have a lovely rest of the stream. Happy I got to see you today. Don't hurt yourself. Yes, Evie. Good luck later. You're gonna do fine. You're gonna do fine. If you have a moment, Evie has recently started streaming, and I would love it if you went over to say hi. Be nice, because I see everything, even if I'm not there. I see everything. All right. Just kidding. Just say hello and show a little bit of support. That would be lovely. If not, that's okay too. Why are the ducks going insane? The ducks are going insane. Are they being fed? I don't see anyone. I think they're being fed. Yeah, thank you for the shout out. Like, that's just a power wank. If you've got pets for the sake of having them and not interacting with worms, that's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think this is marketable. I feel like we should ask like patents and stuff, and we'll just have it as a community thing. What about it? I know a few people who would probably thrive with worms, and now I'm thinking about it. After my wrist surgery, they put hot medicine candle wax on it and did a big massage to improve the mobility of my wrist. Oh gosh, don't do. They did not offer me that. I was told, literally told to do this, even though this was the biggest problem. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with the healthcare in the Netherlands, but I don't think I feel like it's adequate. Nothing. They didn't offer me any physical therapy. They were just like, and now you will go and you will either get your mobility back or you won't. Okay, well, okay. Just no checkup after the splint got off, which I'm happy with that because I don't actually want to go to the hospital. But at the same time, it's like, but what if I'm too enthusiastic in getting back into sports and it goes wrong? Why isn't there at least one more checkup after the splint goes off? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, okay? I don't know. That does sound very interesting, Chandu. I wonder what kind of wax it was. I said I gotta fix mine. I just did it the violent way. Just make it crack and it's good to go. Um, Thriving with worms. Oh God. Oh, that's such a good clickbait title, though. Don't mind if I copy it, right? That will be tomorrow's title. Is that okay? You have to talk to the physiotherapist. Well, I would have to get a referral first, Chandu, and given the out well, given the fact that they won't even fix my uterus, even though I'm in extreme pain a lot of the time. I don't have any hopes for that kind of stuff, so I didn't ask. And I was also just prepared to go back into, because I did do practice 3 times before it cracked my elbow, and I was just not able to lean on it too much because it hurt a lot. And now it cracked. I don't know, accidental fixing. I don't know. I have endometriosis. So basically, my uterus is broken, and the only way to make sure that you have it is by laparoscopy. Go inside with a camera. That's the only way they can truly confirm that it's that. And when they're in there, they can also laser away scar tissue, because in very short, endometriosis means that I have scar tissue that builds up every month on the outside of my uterus, and that hurts because, if, as you know, maybe scar tissue doesn't really flex. It's really tough. So if you're menstruating, as women do every month, the cramps are basically as if you're being cut up with a butcher knife from the inside, with a butter knife, really, because it doesn't feel like it's very smooth. And I went to 2 doctors, and neither of them even wanted to offer me. I had to bring it up myself. Offer me the operation that would confirm without a doubt that it's not something else like cysts or something. They don't even want to do that. So I went to two doctors, and both of them just completely neglected to tell me that, aside from messing up my system with hormones or going into early menopause or removing the entire uterus, they didn't offer me the one surgery that would confirm and help me with the symptoms immediately. So my trust in the healthcare system here isn't really great. And I would rather spare myself rejection. So that's why I didn't go into the physical therapy after I broke my elbow. And I wasn't surprised that they didn't give me anything but, well, just do this and you'll be fine. Wasn't surprised at all. Who the worm? We the worm. Take the natural thing over here. I broke my leg once. Took some natural stuff. It got better. I mean, it still clicks. I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm knekkenbrut. I everywhere. It's just, I wake up and it's just, you can hear me coming. There is no one worm. The worms are a hive sentience. Yes. Thriving with bookworms. Oh no, horse! You just leveled it up. Oh no, I can't actually say. Well, on Tuesdays I put in the title of the book that I'm reading, right? So I'm making a note anyway. Okay. Endometriosis, Chandu. It's an affliction of the uterus. So if you don't have a uterus, it's very probable that you've never heard of it, because even those with uteruses have rarely heard of it, unless they know someone who has it. But it's not really something that is taught in schools, even though I feel like it should be part of the biology classes. But also not a teacher. That's a painful condition my sister has. Really, Immortal. I'm so sorry. Red Hot Chili Peppers could fix that scar tissue. Well, do I want to know, Carex? Do I want to know? Natural remedies that are backed by science studies. Science has come a long way with studies into natural remedies, field papers, peer reviewed. Double-blind studies worth looking into for chronic conditions. Might be a random bark or flower or something. It might help with some pain alleviation, Immortal, but it's not going to stop the scar tissue that is already there. It's not gonna help with the pain that is already twice monthly happening. Oh, I didn't know, Garrix! I'm uncultured, clearly. I'm on painkillers, and even they don't really. They take the edge off, but if I'm too late, I still end up crying my eyes out on the bathroom floor or the kitchen floor, depending on where I am at the moment that an episode hits. The floor it is, either way. Alright, won't fix the damage correct, but stop new damage. No, it won't. It won't, immortal, because basically when a woman gets her period in the time before that, the lining is building up to create a safe environment for a possible child. Winston, no, we installed that against that behavior, so could you stop it? Hello? That was neither a yes or a no, so I'll keep an eye on you. That lining sheds, and instead of just leaving the body the usual way, it leaks into the stomach cavity. I'm not sure what the proper name for that is, but it leaks into your stomach, and that's where it starts to. I mean, it's blood, right? It starts to clog, and it creates scar tissue, and it can get to the point that your organs start to stick together. So it's not going to stop. It's not. There's not known. There's not enough known about this to even find scientifically backed natural remedies, because the affliction itself hasn't been taken seriously for long enough to begin with. It takes on average 7 to 8 years of monthly, sometimes 2 times a month. I have it twice a month, ovulation and menstruation, that women have to beg for doctors to look at their symptoms, because it's sort of normal to have pain when you're a woman, I guess, which it's not. But because it hasn't been taken seriously for let's say 50 years, compare that to what's happened in research for men and their reproductive systems. And a good example of how bad the research has been into endometriosis is that I think the first study that was approved either in the US or the UK. Now, guess what they decided to spend money on. It's a uterus that is broken, and they were going to do research. I'm pretty sure you didn't have the answer right, because the answer is, what is the correlation between how pretty a woman is and the severity of her endometriosis? How is that going to help anyone? How is that going to fix it? It's not. But that is how it's still treated in a lot of corners. So it's I don't know. I just have to live with it and take painkillers, and I don't know. We'll see. All I can do is live with it at the moment, because I'm not prepared to take hormones, because I quit hormones because they were messing me up physically and mentally. Early menopause, even though I say I'm grandma, I would rather not go into menopause at 33, please. And taking out the whole thing isn't a guarantee that the endometriosis will also leave. It could still come back. So there's really not an option, which is sad. I understand it's complex, but nature can be amazing. I know that sounds like madness, but seriously, the old wives' tales have now been researched. Doctors are aware. I am actually not very. I know what herbs and what flowers I would need. I was actually studying herbalism. It's really on the down low at the moment, because I'm really trying to make stream work and get it to the point that, well, and YouTube. Get it to the point that I'm fully self-sufficient, because I'm not at the moment. So herbalism is just kind of on a back burner, but I have the original books of, like, a Burik is his name. Women have been dealing with forever. Someone from the West will know something is tricky. I built an app for such things. What is uncovered in Western countries was truly amazing. For me, it's insane, I know. Hello, Miracle Boy. It's just silly. It's just silly. Why don't we just share? Why don't we just believe each other? Why do we have to think that just because some people look a little bit different, they're savages? This is not true. It's not true. Edibles? Hey, hello! The not Western medical community is not caring about why, just that it works. I mean, I would prefer that over not listening at all. Okay, are you okay? Can you not eat those? Oh, thank you. Wait, what? I missed something, I think. Edibles, they're not a cure, but they keep you higher than the bathroom floor. You know what? Wisdom? Might have to look into that. Freak Eater! Well, hello. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Tous is telling me that I need to go, which is true, actually. I think there might be rain coming, and I was planning on having a little walk for myself today, because I haven't been outside enough last week. I spent a lot of time in bed because of my uterus. Amazing. The profit is the problem here? Yeah, money is just a problem, isn't it? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be something to be considered when it comes to health. But unfortunately, some things people would pay anything to fix. Yeah. Okay, are you done? Oh, clearly not. What are you doing? I think we should go back to bartering. Surely, money is stupid. Money is silly. If I wanted to play Monopoly, I would, and I clearly don't. Right, Tous? All right, I need to go, people. I've had a lot of fun today. Interesting topics. I'll be dreaming about worms tonight, which is lovely. Tomorrow I'll be back at 10 a.m. Look at the schedule to see what that means for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, welcome. Normally we do we try to focus on things. We have sprints and power hours, and we try to be productive. So if you would like to, you could join us tomorrow. But for now, I gotta go. I gotta eat something and go for a little walk. Hope it will rain. Oh, so did you hear that? I really need to go and eat and give the Tous more spanks. I love you. Don't let people get to you, all right? Most people are really just projecting, and it's not our job to fix that. If we can help, that we should absolutely do that. But I'm only now learning that sometimes people really don't want to be helped, and that's sad, but it's the truth. So, if you want to hang out or just chill, you're very welcome as well tomorrow. Don't forget that staying alive is a full-time job. Not only if you're chronically ill, just in general. Dang, you have to think of something to eat every day? Who came up with that? All right. Drink water, take good care of yourself, be nice and gentle, especially to yourself, and I hope to see you very soon.